It's just with you, you just gotta know who you are. Don't underestimate your influence on ever on anybody. Like even if they older than you, don't underestimate your influence. Especially if someone younger than you, don't underestimate your influence on them. Especially if they're younger than you. So your peers, especially them. I mean everybody, don't underestimate your influence. Just like that. That's my advice to you.
I found
Today's topic.
Yo, you too. Y'all see it, man. I'm on to the next reaction video for y'all today. I mean, it's probably a new vid for. I'll be forgetting that every vid is a new vid for somebody. I need to come into this bitch like it's brand new every time. So, you too, y'all see it, man. I'm here with another reaction video for y'all. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Don. This is my reaction. If you're not new, you know what's up, man. Nah, I'm excited for this one. I just did the one with T Pendel. I haven't watched his videos in a long time, so that one was kind of different. But this one right here, I've been like this is one of my favorite channels on YouTube right now. One of the channels I'll be watching. These guys, Albert and Preach, I rock with them, bro, for real. I just rock with them. Like, we different, but I rock with them because I feel like they 100. And yeah, so we just gonna hear what they got. They advice to young man. What's up, man? What's good, Albert? What's good, Preach? Talk to him.
You're a young man and you want to learn, avoid making mistakes that I made. Take some notes. First note.
Real shit off the bat. T Pendel ain't say no shit like these are mistakes I've made. He was only talking that headline shit. Bro already coming off the bat. I'm gonna tell you what I did and don't do. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna give y'all a bit like this too. Like let's see if bro did shit I did already, but like I said, this is why I fuck with him, cause off the bat he already.
Young men, do not kiss and tell. Shut the fuck up.
Dog. Let's let him talk, man. It's his video.
About whatever kind of bedroom activities you engage in.
And I've only did it once, so yeah. I know that reaction was like, made it seem like, I feel like some people might made it seem like, that was my thing. Like, nah, I only did it once on one good shorty. No.
All right?
And stay vague. If you have to say something, stay vague.
Keep it to yourself. All right? There's nothing to brag about to your friends. Oh, you mean I bagged this? That's not cool, B. It makes you look lame. It might seem cool now. Trust me. In a couple years, you're not going to be feeling that way. And I'll tell you this. When you don't learn to not kiss and tell, what ends up happening is that you build a negative reputation. Listen, when someone chooses to sleep with you, that is something that you share with them. That is an intimate moment that you share with them.
Nah, real quick. That's not what happened to me. I feel like what happened to me was on some, like, you know how, I mean, when something I'm big on is legacy. So it's like, man, it wasn't like my reputation was ruined because I lied on her. Because it was like, so let me just, whatever. It wasn't like that. What was reason, what made me feel bad about it was when we was talking about it, me and my girl and shit. Like, she was telling me, like, losing respect for me and shit like that. That's what hit. So I was like, fucking, that's on my legacy. I did that. Ain't no denying it. I'm not gonna lie. I did that. It's on my legacy. So it's just, you gotta move on, learn, and type shit. Yeah.
Bless you.
Respect that sense of privacy. That extends to nudes as well. I think there's nothing more pathetic than men who decide to share.
And it's also very illegal. But besides the fact that it's illegal,
just more.
You little junior high niggas. I know we was doing it. Hell, I know you think y'all the same age. I don't even know, cause nobody, we never got in police trouble. But and y'all think, cause y'all underage, you might not get hit with that, but you got underage girl on your phone, bro. Chill, don't show nobody. No.
Morally, it's reprehensible. If I knew a man that was doing that, I'd be like, bro, check yourself. That's just.
I don't even want to.
My friends would never do that, and I would not associate with people who think it's cool to do that. You got something? Great. That's for you and that person. That's
Yeah, like with the guys, like for the ones I was back there with me back in the day. Don't act like different, cause y'all was turned up. I'm telling y'all now, y'all niggas. Even if y'all, like I said, was like us, and y'all was like teed up about it, be the one who's low key about it. Be the one who do it right, man.
Someone sent you a nude. I believe it's a little secret. You sharing the news that someone gave to you and calling that person XYZ or actually tells more not about the person that sent you the nude, but tells more about you.
It just shows that you have a fragile ego, that you need an ego boost to show people that you were with somebody and that they sent you something. Bruv, it makes you look lame.
That's what.
Now, today's video is sponsored by Adam and Eve. There's going to be times where you're going to need some extra equipment, extra items for all your bedroom activities. As such, if you use promo code ABBA, you get 50% off.
I never thought about it like that. It's like an ego boost. But shit, that makes sense. The way bro put it. It's like, sorry, bro. That shit's sick. Weak as fuck.
On one item, as well as free shipping to anywhere within the US or Canada.
And it's like, you can't be ashamed. I'm not. Yeah, I am ashamed. Let's move on.
It's a good deal. You know what I mean? You got a little extra something, show them the bet. You know what I'm saying? Keep it spicy, right? 2, learn to be brave.
What's your definition of brave?
Here's what I'll say. As an individual, encountering fear is inevitable. You will be in situations where you will be afraid. And fear cannot be stopped. So I always tell people, don't try to fight and control things you can't stop. What you can control, however, is your response to fear. And I define bravery not as the absence of fear, but understanding, acknowledging your fear, and persevering regardless.
What is the difference between fear and stupidity?
Afraid. And fear cannot be stopped. So I always tell people, don't try to fight and control things you can't stop. What you can control, however, is your response to fear. And I define bravery not as the absence of fear, but understanding, acknowledging your fear, and persevering regardless.
What is the difference between fear and stupidity?
Huh?
Because sometimes people are going to mistake bravery with like, yeah, I was brave. No, bro, that was stupid. That was hella stupid.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's just hindsight. Do you dig what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Sometimes you got to make mistakes. You know what I mean? Failure does not determine whether something was stupid or not. Sometimes you got to just take that risk. And if you fail, you fail. But being brave will always, in the long term, give you the best outcome possible. But by being brave, you ensure that you're always going to be put in situations that will be outside of your comfort zone. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, and you're not going to stay stagnant. You're going to...
I agree with this. I'm gonna let them talk, but I agree with this big too. Like this ain't something it's something I feel like I've always had with me that's helped me, through life. Like somebody gotta step up, man. Somebody gotta do it. Somebody got
to test your character. You're going to test your values as a result of being put in these situations. Being brave ensures that who you are will be cemented by experience rather than ideas. Does that make sense? Next time when fear does come, you'll know to recognize it, you'll learn to acknowledge it, and you'll learn to move past it right away.
Okay, it's going down.
Listen, a crisis comes, I'm good to go. How we moving? What do we need to do? Because I've been through it so many times. I've taken the most dumb risks you can imagine.
Oh, we know. We've taken some risks. We've been in the gully.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Here's what happened. Civil war broke out around us. And we were able to leave a country.
Literally.
And we had to walk through what I would consider semi-war zones. Okay? But
Let me know, hey bros, if y'all react, hopefully y'all reply to. I mean, y'all don't need it. It's not like saying no to not reply to. Yo, why no shit? Go out. You just burning too. Fuck. Yo, but back to what I was saying. Let me know, yeah, bros. Let me. I've been in prison. Y'all really is y'all from another country? Let me know.
we kept a calm face and we understood that we needed to do what was necessary in order to get out of it.
But if there was
as a man,
yeah,
I'm telling you, as a man,
yeah,
people will often look at you in moments of crisis to lead them to a better place, or to at least be the person who supports others who lead them to a better place. So you need to have your shit together. So be brave, all right? Be brave. Take those difficult.
And I know it's like you can't be thinking of the words all the time. You can't be thinking of, but you gotta be ready. Like that's how I think. Like you, like at all times, it's not that I want shit to happen, but it's just I know shit can happen. I believe it. I've seen it. You know, the ones who we notice, like the ones who agree with me, touch the ones that, well, for the ones that's like, really listening to me, I'm like I'm telling you something. You gotta be ready. Somebody
decisions. Don't always choose the easy route. Be brave and do what's scary, okay? The third thing, learn to say no. Learn to assert your boundaries. Asserting your control is not only sexy and endearing to the opposite sex, but it is paramount to your mental health. Because once you're able to assert your
in between breath
boundaries, learn to say no to things that you don't want to accept, you create your own sense of kingdom. And I'm not talking about your room in your mama's bed. I'm talking about up here.
And relationships.
I'm talking about this. They can't take that away from you. Once you know how to assert yourself and you're going to live by that, then you can protect that at all times.
If there's some things that some of your friends or your acquaintances or the people that you see are acting a certain way, and you're not comfortable with that, you have to be able to be like, hey, you know what? If that happens again, I will leave. I will drop all of that because I'm not comfortable with this and that and that. And by doing so, trust me, by doing so, you're going to be called many names. And people are not, you're going to smell the gas. Because the gaslighting is gonna come. Oh, you're crazy. That's nothing. Oh, you're chill, relax. It ain't no. It ain't a thing to you. But I'm not having that, and this is not happening. And if you want this to keep on going, that has to stop. It happens again, I'm out. And once you say that, go with your word. The next time it happens.
And I'll even go as far to say this. As you learn to assert your own boundaries and to respect them, you also learn how to respect other people's boundaries. Because one who has master over his dominion does not feel the need to invade everyone else's. Develop a code.
Alright. Just like that, bro. Like, just like that.
And live by it.
Like I feel like I need to jump in, but these niggas got it, bro. They just listen to them talk right now.
A man must have a code, a set of rules and values that you will die for, because it makes it a lot easier to live.
You talk about the bro code?
No. Respect them. You also learn how to respect other people's boundaries, because one who has master over his dominion does not feel the need to invade everyone else's. Develop a code and live by it. A man must have a code, a set of rules and values that you will die for, because it makes it a lot easier to live.
You talk about the bro code?
Nah, but that's poetic. I'm not gonna lie. When I wrote this, I was like, well, that's a good line. Hold on. A man must have a code.
Now, before they take on it, I feel like I'm gonna just get y'all how I feel on it, so we could see if I was rocking with them first. Bro code. No, it's different for everybody. Like, there ain't no official y'all ain't know, there ain't no official code. There ain't no official code, my nigga. It's just them unwritten rules, you know. Them unwritten things you just know. I don't know. Actually, I don't feel like I'm good at talking on this one right here.
A set of rules and values that you will die for, because it makes it a lot easier to live.
I mean, on principles, on living or die for something, on having your own principles, for sure, that's 100. But like the bro code, that's some other shit. That's some other shit that other people feel differently about. For me. But having some morals and principles for yourself, your life, that's 100.
That's that more than poetic.
Damn, nigga. Yo, start snapping.
I forgot to snap.
I die for values.
Okay.
I die for codes.
Yeah.
I'm coding.
Okay.
Coding for kids.
Programming.
Is this legal?
I don't know.
Chris D'Elia.
Okay.
All right, we're going to stop there, I think. Develop a code. What does that mean? It means that, okay.
That's what you're doing right now. That's a code.
Yeah.
That's a code, and you live by those rules.
Sure. You know, for me, there's just a certain set of values that I have to live by. A certain sense of compassion for my neighbors, towards the elderly, towards the weak. Those are things that are super important to me. Like, if I see it in front of me, I have to act. I'm compelled to. Not because someone tells me or not because I'm going to feel guilty, but because within me, I think it's important to protect those people, right? It's important for me to live a life of integrity. Why? Because if I don't sleep well. My consciousness eats at me. It's so embedded in who I am that if I lie for money, if I lie for job opportunities, or if I hide who I am in order to gain something, like, it's just not good for my mental health. Like, that's how embedded it in me is. It's important for me. So how do you develop a code? Well, you do it through learning. You do it through learning.
Yeah, let me just hop in right quick. But yeah, so this is me on. I forgot what I want to tell you. I'm just gonna bring it back now.
Learning you do through observing other people's ethics, and you assimilate, and you try to be like, do I want this? Do I like this idea? And you're like, yeah, let me have that. And then from there, you're going to be tested, right? You're going to be faced with situations where you're going to have to choose between your ethics and whatever it is. And what you choose will determine whether or not these things become cemented in your being. There are just things that I cannot do in life. Point number 5, be patient with yourself. You are young, you are growing, you will not stop growing, and things will get easier, more clear, much more simple, but it's going to take time. As young...
Yes. Man, no. Because I feel like too many niggas be using that. Like, we still young, we still got a whole life ahead of us. No, because that's what these 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old niggas be talking about. Like, still trying to get their life together and shit. Still having these epiphanies on figuring out shit. I see it too many times, so much around me. Like, these niggas is just now understanding or want to get right. Get right now. You gotta put in some work at some time for you to have this life you want to live. We all want to live this lavish life. I don't even feel like really talking for this vid.
Man, we're full of testosterone. We want to take over. We want to be the top dog. We just left our mom's house. We want to do all this stuff. Take your time. The level of...
Like I said, no, but that's not... But yeah. But keep going, though. Take your time don't mean you can rest and shit. That do not mean you can rest. You gotta keep going. Keep going. Like, at all times. So... That's me on it.
Of comfort I feel within myself is nothing. Like when I now it's great, but when I was 22, nappy. When I was 18, non-existent. It was a progressive thing. Understand? Some people may progress faster. Some people may progress slower.
It's not a race.
You're going to have your time.
It's not a race.
Don't rush it. Be patient with yourself. All right? Especially for men, man. Like, we peak in our 30s.
I mean,
We peak in our 30s. I can assure you, my life has not gotten in terms of finances, in terms of dating prospects, in terms of life stability, all that stuff. Everything is peaks around this time, and it's like that for most dudes. All right? So be patient. Point number 6, learn to listen. All right? I think as young men, we determined that what it means to be a man is to be assertive and to lead all the time. But what you have to understand is that you may not necessarily have the qualities or the knowledge or
It's Pet Appreciation Week at Tractor Supply. Now through Sunday,
They real on
we're
point right
celebrating
now. Like
all
this
pets
is why I
out
fuck with
with
him.
great
Like
deals
bro,
on everything
he's
you
on
need
point
to
right
stay-
now.
or the skill set to lead. So take the time to learn. Sometimes people think you assert yourself by talking a lot, but other times, I'm telling you, your silence can be just as assertive as your talking. Your ability to listen intently and assimilate information is just as important as actually conveying information, especially in positions of leadership. Leadership is not mostly about talking. It's actually more about listening.
People think there's a difference between
Because your orders are not based off what you want to say. Your orders are on the information that you've taken in. Your ability to listen, to analyze information, and then provide orders. That is the first step. The first step is not to talk. It ain't this. It's this. It's this, and then it's processing. So,
Bro got me feeling good about myself. Got me thinking I'm a natural born manager. Well, I'm a natural born gentleman. For me, I've been there.
learn to develop your listening skills.
What it's like, I've never really been able to body that. Like, I don't know if I said it in this video. I've been rolling for an hour now. I don't know the last bit, but like I've been like as a king. Like, yeah, I can feel like a king. Yeah, I know my worth. I know who I am. But king of what? I ain't a king of shit out here. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna get too into it, but you know, like we don't own shit. I'm renting my shit out. I mean, I own my car, but like I don't own no buildings. I don't own these businesses. I don't own the police. I don't own these. I don't own nothing. Like I'm just, you know.
the listening part is not so much just for the people that you consider higher than you. Listen to the people around you, because you know everybody can teach you. Anybody can teach you something.
Yeah.
So it's a multi-level thing. Multi-level. It's not just the people that you consider higher.
Point number 7, avoid debt. I'm going to speak about this in a financial term. As you're going to be growing through life, especially around my age, I know a lot of men who are shackled by a lot of financial debt. In fact, it's almost drowning for them. And one thing my mom taught me that I think was pretty much, life-changing for me, she said, don't buy anything you can't pay for outright. You got a credit card? That's fine. But don't pay for anything that you can't pay for at the end of the month.
Your mama said that to you?
Yeah.
My mama said that to me too.
Yeah, she made that very clear. And I think, my mom had some terrible messages, but that was definitely one of the
My mama's sensitive, so we're gonna chill.
best ones. Okay, I'm going to be 100 with y'all. And I'm so grateful for that because it set me up in the future when I had more sense of what I wanted to do and when I was more comfortable with myself. I'm like, cool, I want to do this. I wasn't shackled by bad decisions I had made financially then that were going to follow my credit history and all that stuff. So my recommendation to y'all is just avoid debt. I know it might be tough. There might be a school. Maybe there's situations where it does make sense if you're ready to make that decision. But if you're going to take on debt, make sure you know what that means. Make sure you understand the ramifications of that long term and you're willing to take that risk. Because if you're not, do not take on that debt. Do not take on more than what you know you can handle. Understand the risks that you're taking on. Cool? Point number 8, seek out a mentor. If you don't have one, right? If you don't have a father figure, a brother, whatever, uncle, coach, whatever.
We're gonna see what he say, because this one I'm different about.
Seek one out, all right? I know it might seem like a weak thing as a man to be like, but trust me, there's a lot of men who are ready to provide you with that insight, ready to provide you with their time and energy. Go seek them out.
How do you seek a mentor?
Well, there actually are a whole bunch of organizations in most cities where if you want to be linked up with a mentor, there are programs.
Now, I didn't even try, so I shouldn't be doing that. But it's just...
Oftentimes, you'll probably actually already know one. You just don't actually make that extended effort
And
to
you
go
don't
and have
have
that
to
conversation.
put that name in there.
Yeah.
You're my mentor. No,
No.
you just
No.
go to the other point that we said before. Listen. Just listen to what that
Or
person
sometimes
says.
it's someone way older that you respect and you're like, yo, listen, I got some questions about this. And I'm like, yeah, sure, young blood, ask me the questions. You know,
feel like I feel that's what childhood was. That's what the first 17 was. Like, with everything I gathered, y'all had your opportunity to tell me something. I gathered that, and now I don't know, it's just the way I'm wired. So it's not like y'all can't. But now legally I'm not legally I'm grown now. Been grown for about a year now, 2 years now. You can't tell me like it's my say or the highway, you know.
if you know somebody, ask them a question. You don't have to sign a dotted line and be like, hey, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to see you every Tuesday.
I'm gonna be that. I know that when I'm gonna be old,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that dude. Yeah, what you got? What's it? What's on your mind, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see the way you do this.
Yeah.
I got a story for you. No, I'm gonna be.
I'm not mad at that.
Bro. Yeah, I'm most definitely like, cause that's how I am with my nephew right now. I feel like, I don't know why people tell me if you think I'm wrong. I want my nephew to know everything I know by the time he's like 10. Bro, 6 right now. Like, I don't know why I can't try to give him all my knowledge. So why not tell him everything? Not everything yet, but once he gets to that other stuff, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about that stuff like, and we've been there. Yeah, I'm talking about just being real with him. Like, for example, Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy type shit. What the fuck is that? That shit out of here. No. Type shit, like, what else? Like, I don't know, just. I don't like why people ain't together and when, I don't know, just relationships, being real with him on relationships and stuff like that, you know? Being real with kids. Now, that's how, like, I'm gonna be real with all these young, like, if you're young and if you look up to me, like, I'm gonna be real with you all the time. I don't got no, like, I don't know everything, but I know some. I don't know, like,
I'm not mad at
shit. I'm gone. We're gonna let these niggas finish their vid. Just keep going.
Old uncle, yeah. What was that thing you get? Huh? I know what you're talking about.
All our YouTube fans are looking at you like you're already that old uncle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Our fans are looking at you, bruv, you've been that dude.
Yeah, I've been.
Preachers out here
I
acting
think
like
I think that old man laugh.
That's a good laugh. That's a good laugh.
That's a good old man laugh.
This next point kind of ties into the last one. It's develop a space to confide in and ask questions. Have real conversations.
Get your homies together.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know what you're talking about.
All our YouTube fans are looking at you like you're already that old uncle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Our fans are looking at you. Questions. Develop a space to confide in and ask questions.
Y'all don't got that? I mean, y'all don't just, like, that's not just natural.
Have real conversations.
Get your homies together.
Yeah. And if your friends can't do it, then get rid of them and find friends where you can confide in. All right? Listen, I am an autonomous person. I can handle most of my problems by myself. But having a space where I felt comfortable to share some of my burdens every now and then, and to be able to also to listen to other brothers and be able to take on theirs, and also realize, oh, you're dealing with some of the same problems I am. Okay, well, just knowing that there's a sense of camaraderie. Camaraderie for men is so, so important. So when I'm telling you guys you need that.
That's why I like football, but what he talking about right now is, like, different. We gonna run back what he said so I don't mess it up.
can't do it, then get rid of them and find friends where you can confide in. All right. Listen, I am an autonomous person. I can handle most of my problems by myself. But having a space where I felt comfortable to share some of my burdens every now and then, and to be able to also to listen to other brothers and be able to take on theirs, and also realize, oh, you're dealing with some of the same problems I am. Okay, well, just knowing that there's a sense of camaraderie. Camaraderie for men is so important. So when I'm telling you guys you need that,
what do y'all be like? What is y'all definition of confiding in somebody like?
Let me rephrase that.
I'm confused about. What is y'all? Let me know in the comments, and I might get to it on another video. What is y'all definition of confiding in somebody? Like, what does that mean to you? Because obviously, I feel like obviously for me it's different.
I'm not gonna say you need it. You can live and die without it, but life just is not the same without it.
Listen, I was raised with women around me. I got more women friends than men friends. And let me tell you, you set up that group when we have all these people and we're talking about real things. You know, not, yo, when we gonna smoke next? When we gonna go to the clip, get some inches? No, real stuff. Not that. Because there's a difference between, yo, you know what? Hey, I got some weed we could bro. I got, not
You want to see some news?
Yeah, you want to see some news? You know that last girl I fucked? Not none of that.
Yeah.
Issues that men go through. Listen, I didn't have that. I had that before. I had a couple of friends and stuff like that. But I didn't know it was really important. And I'm gonna go with you.
How old are you?
I'm 38. I'm 38. But when you set that up and
Jeez. My nigga look 28.
like, yo, I didn't know I needed that. Even my girl was like, I'm glad you have that group. I'm really glad you have that group and you guys are able to talk. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just talk with the boys. I'm like, yeah, you do that. Cause what? She talks with her girls all the time. Yep. People that go through the same stuff as you do. I really didn't realize how important it was. It's a weird.
I feel like just based on my reaction, y'all can see I don't got an argument for this cause I'm putting it together cause obviously they kind of telling this one was really for me, like they trying to tell me something cause the way I think about it is what is confiding in somebody to y'all.
Weird analogy, but it still is. Why do you think you have AA meetings? Because people, they understand their struggles that they go through. And that's why they get into groups and they can talk about it without judgment because they go through the same thing. Yep. So it's a bit the same thing as that. I didn't even know I needed that.
Yep.
But I do.
Yep. And the last.
I think, cause it's like, I don't want to make it seem like, I swear, I'm so real. Cause me, I'm just so like that already. Like I can't. I mean, I'm not lying. Like I used to lie when I was younger. It got me in trouble and shit. That thing is nuts. Don't lie. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Period. Stop lying. That's another tip for y'all. Another piece of advice from me to you. Stop lying. But yeah, get in my thing again. I'm gonna get up out of here. Upload these vids.
Last one I would say is this: be kind, be compassionate, and think of your community. You know, I think it's, especially for me as I grow older, like the idea of community matters.
These niggas is on point, bro, with this vid. Bro, get in tune with your community for real, not just your friends, cause what's like your community, like you need to have a relationship with owners, police, like people in charge, like people running shit. That's being in tune with your community, like having control, having your hand in that. have your hand and shit. You feel me? This is what I'm going. I don't want to talk no more. Y'all see it, man. Wood beating me.
Matters so much to me. The idea of being part of something and providing and having roots in there and trying to cement that and nurture that, it means something to me. And I think as men, I think we do have a desire to want to protect. And I think that protection extends to our friends and family. But sometimes it could extend beyond that if you have the capabilities. If
I want to protect. Cause you know, have y'all? Cause you know you. I'm not. Alright. I'm not. Let me explain this one. Open your mouth down. Talk. So, have you, as men, y'all felt? Don't y'all feel the obligation to protect? So yeah, me too. I felt the obligation to protect as a youngin'. So early, I just developed the mindset to might as well want to. Like in football, hitting, how that became my thing. When I first got introduced to football, I didn't want to hit. Till one day, I just had to tell myself, like, we're going to overcome this, and you better want to. You better want to hit somebody. I don't know who, somebody said it, and it resonated with my head. I was like, well, you better want to hit somebody out. And then that's when it started changing. Changed my mindset. Turning a whole different player, became the player I was. You know, wasn't NFL bound, but I was decent. If I worked hard, I feel like I could have went to the NFL. But hey. Again, look, getting my point.
If you've built the infrastructure to be able to handle your friends and family, sometimes you want to go beyond that. And what I would tell you is that there's a sense of fulfillment that you feel when you know you alleviate the burdens of the people around you. I know it's always happened for my friends and family, and it feels great because
Said it again. I'm not listening.
I think that protection extends to our friends and family, but sometimes it could extend beyond that if you have the capabilities. If you've built the infrastructure to be able to handle your friends and family, sometimes you want to go beyond that. And
I can leave what I don't feel.
what I would tell you is that there's a sense of fulfillment that you feel when you know you alleviate the burdens of the people around you. I know it's always happened for my friends and family, and it feels great because I have those bonds with them. But even for the people who are not part of that.
Yeah, I don't know how he said it. I feel like I'm showing kind of stupid to some people. But, is he basically just saying, like, don't you feel good when you're able to provide? Yeah, is that what he's saying?
That, even with our fans. The idea that we're nurturing something for some of you guys that really like helps you get through situations, that means something to me. It makes me want to do this work, right?
You're on the same page.
So I would tell you, whatever you're going into as a young man, have that idea of kindness and compassion and understanding that, like, you want to nurture something in other people. You want to help them to be able to protect themselves and to protect others. And so you foster better communities in that sense. Be a pillar. Be a pillar for the others around you. Be the.
Let me say, because I feel like this is my key. I want this to be my advice to you. Here's another piece of advice from me to you. Do not underestimate your influence at all, bro. Like me on the YouTube shit, like, for example, like this is like me with YouTube, like how I said on that king shit, like on some real shit. Who am I? I'm not no king or king of what. And then I feel like other people could look at me who might not agree with my whatever I say. Shit gonna be like, who is this dude? This lame ass, whatever. And just type shit like that. So it's just with you just gotta know who you are. Don't underestimate your influence on ever on anybody. Like, even if they older than you, don't underestimate your influence. Especially if someone younger than you, don't underestimate your influence on them. Especially if they're younger than you. So, your peers, especially them. I mean, everybody, don't underestimate your influence. Just like that. That's my advice to you. We're gonna finish today.
The thing that keeps up the shelter, that keeps people safe, right? I feel like, honestly, that's a role that I want to have in life. That is a role I want to have for my friends and my family and my community. And I think a lot of other people want that as well. So live your life on most days by those ideas. Yeah? So when you're going through and stuff, and I'm like, yo, is this going against those ideas? Is this my actions right now hurting my community? Am I acting in a way that's really harmful in that sense? Question that, you know? And that's maybe more of an advanced idea, but it is something that even I, at 30 right now, am just developing a little bit more and more. So yeah, I think that was pretty much my 10 tips. Did you have a tip that you wish you knew as a young man?
Right now,
when you said be able to say no, I was just thinking about something else. I was not even talking about like asserting yourself, but on top of that, be able to say no is power.
I can't wait to end this vid, man. Cut on.
You know what that is, though? You know what that is?
What is it?
That's just discipline.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's that, you know, I was not even talking about like asserting yourself, but on top of that, be able to say no is power.
Mm-hmm. You know what that is, though? You know what that is?
What is it?
That's just discipline.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's that I wish. Yeah, I
and that's big. I'm not gonna overlook. Let me not overlook that because I feel like I didn't even talk about it. I'm saying no. Shit, that's probably something I need to really think on too. That's probably a big one I need to think on too. Because I feel like everything. Because when I was younger, I felt like my mindset was everything presented to me was meant for me. I mean, whatever adventure that was presented was meant for me to go on. That's not the case. So learn when to say no. I need to. That's for me too. That's a big one I need to take away from this throughout.
learned that along the way. If I was a kid and someone was able to stop being so impressionable by people, you're being able to say no is great.
You know what I'll say to you about discipline? Discipline is a sense of freedom. You know, there's this idea that like if you restrict yourself, you're therefore living a life in a prison. Not really. What's happening with discipline is that you're not giving in to your urges. You're aspiring to a greater ideal. And so when you're shackled...
Discipline. Get that tatted somewhere on you. And that's what a lot of you fools need. Man, I could do better on my discipline. But discipline, that's what a lot of you need. That's what I don't like about a lot of you niggas. That big, if you don't got no discipline, can't fuck with you at all.
By your urges, you're actually not in control of your being. You're literally giving yourself over to whatever whims and things that happen to you. You are a vessel for everything happening to you. You are not actually...
Man, motherfuckers... Well, I don't even know my smokers, the motherfuckers, like, you know how people think, like, we addicted to weed and shit? Like, my neck. I think what you think, man. Like, believe what you want. Believe it if you want to, man. It's not the case at all.
Action control. Discipline is freedom because it gives you the choice to therefore say, I will do this or I won't. So, yes, in that sense, I definitely agree with Preach. Learning to say no to whether it's women, whether it's substances, whether it's, crime.
Think about, just listen. He listen off everything.
Literally giving yourself over to whatever whims and things that happen to you. You are a vessel for everything happening to you. You are not actually in control. Discipline is freedom because it gives you the choice to therefore say, I will do this or I won't. So, yes, in that sense, I definitely agree with Preach. Learning to say no to whether it's women, whether it's substances, whether it's, crime, whatever it might be. discipline is definitely super
Yeah,
important.
you could put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, this is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Bet. Man, we're gonna get up out of here. Like you said, that's the vid. Get enjoy. Come see me in my next video. Now I'm about to go.